One more startup to come now, and then we will wrap up and bring all the startups on stage and present the winner to you. So I hope that our team of bots, which is actually working in the background, is really fast at crunching all the data you're putting together. So if there's one place which has been publicly mentioned in the last couple of days about digital, it's Tallinn in Estonia. Even Germany is proclaiming that they will invest a lot in modern innovation and IT infrastructure, et cetera, et cetera. So we're happy to have a startup here from Tallinn, the startup Moderan. Hello. Hey, good to meet you. Also, I'm happy to have a woman here on stage. In the startup industry, that's still one thing the startup industry has to improve. I think there's so much potential in women entrepreneurs. So thanks for joining us here. Are you ready? Is everything set up?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you speak German or English?
I'll go for English. We are an international startup with presence in Germany, but we prefer English.
Okay, that's no worries. I think people here can speak both languages. So then I would say get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christy from Moderan and commercial real estate. This is the typical perception that we see on the market. High-rise towers and beautiful skylines. Well, as you all know, this is just half a story, and for every 800 million tower building out there, there's 80, 10 to 20 million euro buildings with different owners that you've never heard of probably. And what unites these two sides of real estate is how we earn revenue and generate value is through the lease agreements. And while the big guys have SAP, MRI, Yardi, and many options to manage these, 65% of smaller guys still use Excel to do that. And as we all know, Excel has this habit of becoming unnecessarily complicated very quickly, leading to not only loss of daily revenue and hours wasted on data management, but as research shows, an up to 10% discount on your property value if your data is disorganized. And this is where Moderan comes in. We provide you, commercial property managers and owners, tools to maximize your real estate revenue just as well as the big guys do. How we do this? We focus on what's most important, the lease lifecycle management. And what you give you is 3 levels. First of all, it's the core is focused, so it's simple enough for anyone to buy, implement, and use it online on their own with online support. Now, once the data's there, your tenants, your properties, and your lease terms, your reports are already ready. So with the ready-made reports, you save time on data management and you're better informed about your vacancies, upcoming terminations, and so on, thereby improving the transparency and the value of your properties. Now, third, because we're an online product, we have inherent advantage that we can aggregate data across different portfolios and provide high-level market insights for a specific market segment that's not well covered by market research. And with these 3 levels, we help commercial property management owners improve, maximize their real estate revenue. And we have validated this approach with customers internationally, also in Germany. And we have, and why we're doing this? Because we're seeing a large unserved customer base. First in Germany, but also internationally. And we have a team of real estate, B2B software, and marketing experts to deliver on that. So if any of you is interested in maximizing your real estate revenue with an easy-to-use online tool, then come talk to us in our booth for the next 3 days. Thank you, guys.
Woo! Thank you very much, Christy. You can keep the microphone. I'm sure there'll be questions. So thank you very much. I love the Excel slide, where you have all the Excel dots, and of course the one where your company is really big, and SAP and Salesforce, and the other ones are kind of small. So I think it requires that kind of attitude if you want to be successful and convince people to work with you. I'm sure there's some questions from the jury. Go ahead.
We saw in your last chart that you're focusing on small, medium enterprises. Mm-hmm. So how much do I have to pay if I want to work with your solution?
So, because our focus is on making the implementation and buying process as easy as possible and transparent, so we price based on how many users use the platform. So we have a monthly fee per user, which at the moment is 16 euros per person per month. So it's very transparent, very easy to understand how much you're going to be paying for the solution.
16 or 60?
16.
Okay.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on what data you use in your system? Because it seems to be well, as far as I understand now, the more or less traditional data, whereas technology allows you to use a lot more sources of data than we traditionally do.
Because we're an online product, so in the long term, our perspective is integrating our data with other data. So for example, we've had discussions with 21st Real Estate and other guys here that we combine data. Our data that we have is very high quality data about lease agreements, any changes in the rents, any changes in the vacancies. And this allows us to provide information, for instance, if you're leasing out the same areas, is the prices increasing or going down? Are the general vacancy rates in these properties increasing or going down? And this gives you insights, so you know, once you look at your own portfolio and then add what's going on in your regional market, you know when you renegotiate the contract with a tenant, should I be watching out if he tells me that, you know, others are offering better prices? Are the vacancies generally increasing on the market? So these are the insights. And further on, we have already talked to some of the valuations and tax advisor specialists that are actually looking for the same data. So to better understand how is the rent pricing structured, what different components go in there. And because our customers use it to manage their own information, so the information is very, very high quality. It's not secondary sources, it's directly from the very source. So this is why it's good quality. Yeah.
Any more questions from the jury? Actually, I have one question. You talked about specific segments. You said this works well for specific segments, so where does it work best?
Yeah, so far we've had our best customers have been, first of all, owner-manager portfolios. So, for example, family portfolios. That was actually our first customer with 15 buildings. Then we also have professional asset property managers. We've started working with co-working spaces where the rotation for lease agreements is actually very quick. And just recently started working with a very well-known German unicorn startup as a multi-location tenant that has lease agreements for more than 100 locations. So they actually have the same problem, but just on the other side of the table. They manage 400 lease agreements, just the same terms. So in this sense, the multi-location tenants as well. And very often, these are relatively small teams that we're talking about. So implementing an SAP is a clear overkill for them.
Thank you very much for your answers of the questions.